So here we are in nature with my buddy. But check this out. Here's what I've experienced.
Guatemala. Guatemala was one of my favorite places. I spent 10 days in Guatemala. My first 5 or so days I did in Antigua, Guatemala. I remember the first day when I landed on a connecting flight. I didn't know what was going on. I'd never been in a third world country before. I was scared. I remember being at the airport and the taxi drivers were outside and they were yelling at us, like trying to get us in a cab. And I was like, I don't want to get kidnapped and raped and killed. But then I checked in on Facebook that I was in Guatemala, and a lot of my Facebook friends said, go to Antigua. So I found this tour bus that went to Antigua. It wasn't really a bus. It was more like a little passenger van that they hired out for like $40. I felt relatively safe, so I jumped on this van. But the problem was that I didn't have any cash. So I asked the driver. I had been in Costa Rica for the past week, and I barely had to use any cash. Everything was done by credit card. But this was different. I was halfway through the ride when I realized that I needed to get cash to the driver because they didn't take credit cards. Imagine a company at the airport that doesn't take a credit card. So I told the driver I didn't have any cash. He says he only takes cash. So I'm like, oh, let's stop at a gas station then. So we stopped at a gas station. I was hoping for this to work. It took me about 27 tries for me to be able to withdraw some cash from the ATM, and it took about 25 minutes. Maybe the time seemed longer since I was so nervous that this wouldn't work and I would be stuck at this gas station in Guatemala, in the middle of like Guatemala City, a very dangerous place to be. But thankfully it worked and I was able to get to Antigua. I was still skittish.
So here we are back in nature. I hope you enjoyed the memories, and I'll see you on the next video.